what I will do is I will pause for questions during this, and I will go through things today. For those people who don't know, my name is Karl Smith, and I'm an international hypnotist. I've been doing hypnosis now for I don't know now, since 2006, when I was involved in an incident, and I used to be a SWAT officer, or counter-terrorism firearms officer for those in England, and I was run over by a DUI, or a drunk driver, as we call it in England, somebody under the influence of alcohol while driving a car. Broke my legs, broke my back, broke my arms, and cracked my forehead, all that type of stuff. And it led me down a path of hypnosis where I went to CBT, cognitive behavioral torture, or cognitive behavioral therapy, as some people call it, cognitive behavioral torture, counseling, and then I ended up in hypnosis. And then that is where my world came from. So I came from 12 years in the British Army, 12 years as a SWAT officer for our overseas friends, or counter-terrorism officer over here. And then I worked my way through. And for 16 years, I've been in this profession. I've traveled the length and breadth of this country and the world. I've taught all over America. I've taught all over Europe. I've taught in Australia, New Zealand. I haven't done yet, and I'm doing that in March. And so I get to travel the world doing this lovely stuff. And I've got a very, very different direct approach to what most of you would have seen, to which most of you will appreciate. If anyone's offended by bad language, you better turn your volume down, because that is why I get around. I don't do any fannying around. I just get on with it. I'm very direct in the way that I do things. I'm very good friends with Mike Mandel, Melissa Tears, and all of the David Schneiders, all of that. We're all sitting there and we're very, very good friends. All right. But if you have got a question, plonk it up in the chat group. We've got it there. There's a couple of links in there for those people who want to look at my website, my online training, all of that type of stuff there. So the reason that we're here tonight, everyone's here tonight, and they're joining us as we come in. We've got people joining us. The reason that we are here tonight is to talk about inductions. The bane, it is the absolute bane of every single hypnotist that I've ever met. And one of the key things is, and it was for me many, many years ago, the bane. It was the, oh my God, how'd you get this? How'd you get that? How'd you get this motion? How'd you get that? Well, it took a couple of years to figure out, but then I broke the code, and I'm going to teach you everything that you need tonight to be a very proficient hypnotist when it comes to inductions, to street, rapid, to doing it online. Somebody mentioned earlier about doing it online. I'm going to teach you that over the next hour. I'm going to do it all for free. The only thing I'm going to say to you, if you want to, I don't do this. If you want to buy anything off me on my online courses, you go do it in your own time. I do this, and I've been doing this for 6 years now, helping people out. I've just broadened it, opened it up onto Zoom so more people can enjoy it. So first things first is hypnosis inductions. I'm going to say a couple of things tonight, and you're going to go, well, I'm not too sure about that, Carl. And I'm going to go, that's fair cop. I don't mind. My job is to do that. My job is to make you think. My job is to make you go, shit, was my trainer right? I'm not saying I'm right, but what I am going to do is throw a couple of spanners in the work and show you a couple of things that will help you. So first things first, here's the first controversial thing that I firmly believe. I don't believe that there is such a thing as a rapid or a shock induction. Now, that comes as a bit of a shock, really, doesn't it, really, when I've taught shock, I've taught rapid shock, I've taught street hypnosis, I've taught hypnosis in the middle of Las Vegas, in the middle of New York, I've taught it in the middle of London, I've taught it in the middle of Melbourne, I've taught it in, I can go on, right? My point is that I'm very proficient at street hypnosis, rapid hypnosis, and shock inductions. My point is that I don't believe in shock inductions, and I don't believe in rapid inductions. Is because let me just burst a bubble. There are people out there that will sell you videos that will show you the shortcuts. They will show you the video where they go sleep, 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 sleep. And that's all well and good. But what you're getting caught up with, and the reason I want to do this video, I'm now going to explain, is because when newbies come through, or people that have been poorly qualified, and I will say that, because there are people out there, and I'm sure there are a few of you out there now that have met unscrupulous trainers who are not interested in actually quality. They're just interested in your money, and they're only interested in it. There's no aftercare. My job is I tend to pick up and do the aftercare. The point being is that when we watch all this shock stuff going on in the rapids and all of that, What people aren't telling you is the magic that happens before. They're not telling you about that little bit that happens. They're not telling you about the build up. They're not talking to you about the way that you build this theatre up. If you do not understand that you are actors in theatre, then guess what? You're in the wrong trade. You are all in theatre. Everything that we do, James, thanks for that. Everything that we
That's right.
do, everything that we do is theatre. Everything that we do, right? And grab a notepad and pen if you need to now. You're going to see a lot of people that will sell you an enormous amount of stuff, but hypnosis itself is very, very easy, made hard by idiots. That's a fact. I've been doing this. I've been taught by the best. I've traveled this planet. I've seen everything, done everything that I think I can do. And to be quite honest, and I'm still doing it to this day. But when you boil this down, when we see these overcomplicated things happen, hypnosis itself is very, very easy. It's just overcomplicated to sell you more products. Today, my job is to break that down for you till you understand it. Now, for those people that are used to me, they'd have heard this many times before. But if you take a couple of the snippets I'm going to give you now, you'll understand hypnosis far, far better than you've ever done before. We are in theatre. Everything that we do is about belief and expectation. Two of the biggest powerful words you'll ever get within understanding what hypnosis is: belief and expectation. Does the client believe that you can do it, and do they expect something to happen? That, folks, is where we are. Do they believe something? Do they believe in you? And do they believe in the process? And do they expect something to happen? The two key parts of the formula that you need for hypnosis to work. Once you've got those two married off, bang, you're done. The rest is merely theatre. Do they believe in you? Now, for those people that have watched my channel, my YouTube channel, if you have not been on there before, it's called Hypnotic Masterminds. Go subscribe on there now. We're at 898 videos. This will be 899 videos on there on Hypnotic Masterminds. Free to subscribe. Just go on there. And the key thing is that one of the key things about that is my YouTube channel YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. So if you don't have a YouTube channel, right, you are losing an enormous amount of work, right? Because you need to have a YouTube channel to show people who you are. Something I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Certificates are fucking useless the moment you hang it on a wall. They're useless. They are very warm. They're very cuddly. We've all got one. We'll stand there with their little pictures. We've all done it. Yeah. Hello, we've got a certificate. It's beautiful, amazing. Well done. Congratulations. But if you don't do something with that certificate and you don't do with the competencies of what the trainer's given you, it's absolutely worthless, right? Absolutely worthless. It's a pretty little thing on the wall. So the thing is that you have to do something. YouTube, let me tell you, and I keep saying this, folks, people are not interested in your certification. I've been doing this for many, 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 many years. Never, ever, ever in traveling this world, in doing what I'm doing, have I ever been asked for a certificate. Never. Do you know why they don't ask for a certificate? Because I show them. I show them on my YouTube channel. And that's one of the key things that I want you to take away from this tonight, right? A YouTube channel. I want you to do that. Think about it. The second largest search engine in the world. People don't buy your certificates. People buy people. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Some people are going to leave tonight because they go, oh, Jesus, I don't fucking like the way he's working. And that's fine. And I don't like his bad language. That's great. But let me just first explain something to you. There are people down here, right, that do the unicorns and the obsidian. Great, brilliant, right? That's great. You got your average sitting there therapist, bit of footing, they just don't know which way they're going to go. And then you've got the other end of the scales, ex-military, ex-SWAT officer that blows the fucking doors off. And you can watch my channel and you can see everything that I do, right? But I don't fluff around. I don't do any funnying around. I just get on with the work that's there. I just go in with very direct suggestion. Many moons ago, I was taught by Larry, God bless him now, Larry and Cheryl. I'm one of the Elman trainers many years ago, but on that same token, I evolved and moved on. But on the same token, that was direct hypnosis. And I am very much like that with an element of Ericksonian running through my work. Very hard, fast, drop back and let it happen. But people need to buy into who you are. They need to buy into you. And that's one key thing I'm going to leave you with tonight. You should have a YouTube channel, the second largest search engine in the world. And if you're not using it, you're letting yourself down. The other thing as well is that what it does do is it buys into the belief and expectation. Do people believe me that I can hypnotize them? And do they expect something to happen? You know, by putting, no offense to lotus flowers, right? But if you just keep putting lotus flowers up and lovely pictures of waterfalls up, nobody gets an idea of who you are. They're still sitting on the fence. Nothing wrong with the odd waterflower and lotus flower, waterfall and lotus flower. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is that you need to get yourself out there. And coming back to what I said a minute ago, you got the people with the unicorns and you got the people who blow the doors off and you got the ones in the middle. The reason I am who I am is because that's who I am. I don't play act. I don't do anything. Those people who know me personally know I'm the same bloody idiot as when you meet me now as when I'm in a bar or when I'm working with clients. I treat my clients the same way as a human. That's all I do. And most of my clients pay me, believe you or not, just to be rude to them. Not in a sexual way or sadistic way, but they do ask, you know, they want that directness. They want that energy. That's what they want. Where some people would absolutely despise the way I work. And that's fine. That's brilliant. I want you to take this away from me tonight. This is what I want you to all do. Everyone who's watching tonight, all I want you to do is take away people by people. Some people absolutely love my approach. Some people loathe it. But people buy into your personality. And that's really, really, really where you want to be. You want to be in there and showing them who you are. Whether you're talking about obsidians and bloody unicorns and rainbows and dust or whatever you're doing down that end of the road, or you're just talking about hypnosis, or you're like me, very much direct and in your face. That, my friends, is up to you, but you need to show people who you are. And you can show a different dimension to your works. There's nothing wrong with it. But on the same token, it builds into what I was talking about, rapid inductions, the belief and expectation. Because, my friends, when clients turn up for me and I say, are we ready to go into hypnosis? And I'm going to explain it in a moment, because I'll tell you now. Somebody said Karl Smith is a one-trick pony and got around this planet using just one induction. And I laughed because I thought, you're right. But the person who wrote that doesn't understand hypnosis. It's got nothing to do with the induction. And I'm not going to show you that. When people turn up for my sessions, and I send them YouTube videos, they say, amputees. I was working with amputees last week, removing pain with amputation pain. Their videos are all on my YouTube channel, by the way. You can watch them. Dentistry work, hypnodontics, pain working on amputations, post-trauma, all of those type of things there. One of the key things is when I go, right, we're ready to go in hypnosis, the first thing you see them do is do this. So they're prepared. The next thing they do is go like that. Because most of my videos use one induction only. I've taught every single induction you could ever think of. Bold statement, because I don't believe in hypnosis inductions. Let me just hang fire. Let me just explain something. Because when I'm building up people, I use the magnetic fingers induction. For those people who don't understand what magnetic fingers is, magnetic fingers used to be a convincer many years ago, but when we were using convincers, I found for some strange reason I was getting hypnosis all the way straight away, so there's no point in actually stopping the process. So the only induction I ever used, the one induction, anyone who's worked with me over the past 10 years knows that I use one induction, because it's not about the hypnosis induction. Magnetic fingers, hands together like so, Interlock the hands like so, hands up like that, 4 fingers out like so, separate the fingers. Then what you're doing is you're waiting for the fingers to move inwards. Key part about the magnetic fingers is that when the hands are coming together, make sure the heels of the hands are together like so. Make sure the hands are together like this and the 4 fingers are out, right? 4 fingers. And what you're going to do is get the client to open them up and stare at the tips of their fingers. Now, the key thing about this induction is it's a fail-safe, unless you're dealing with somebody who's got arthritis or anything like that, and they can't move their fingers or it's sore. But the key thing about it's a fail-safe. If you've done it properly, if you've done your pre-talk correctly, guess what? It won't fail. So let me take you through how you can have a hypnosis inductions, however you choose, and you can choose whatever you like. And I'm going to show you and talk about the catalyst induction that the late, great Dave Ellman used to teach, which shows you everything that you ever need to know. So, first things first, we need to, it's all theatre, as I said a minute ago. All that theatre is built up. And I'm going to give you the formula that I teach all of my students, and they're all on it. Some of them are on here now. I'm going to teach you a formula now that if you have it in the back of your head and do it your way, not Karl's way, just follow the 4 steps. If you follow it, you are getting hypnosis. Now, it's going to take me 10 minutes to teach you how to do it, but in reality, it will take you 90 seconds to do. But while I'm doing this, I want you to jot down how you would do it. Right? So remember, this is all about belief and expectation. Does the client believe you and do they expect? All my clients believe and expect me to do something. Why? Because they watch my YouTube channel. That's a fact. That is a brutal fact, right? Belief and expectation. Once you get that, you understand hypnosis. So let's go through the 4 stages that are going to help you with your inductions. Like I said, it'll take me 10 minutes to teach you, and it'll take you 90 seconds to do it yourself, because I'm going to demonstrate with somebody on here in a little while who I've never hypnotized, right? I want you to write down EDIP, E-D-I-P. So it's Echo, Delta, India, Papa. Sorry for my American cousins who use different ones, but on the phonetics. E-D-I-P. It's explain, demonstrate, imitate, perform. For any teachers out there, the EDIP process. All I've done is turned it into a simple way to show you how to get hypnosis induction. And if you, and I dare anybody, right, who says that you don't need to do the explain part. Going back to what I said at the beginning, if you're pre-talk, if you don't have a pre-talk with a person, then you're not getting hypnosis. I couldn't give a shit who you are. I don't care who you are or what you're doing. I'm telling you now, if you cannot walk up to, and I've been saying this for 6 years, right, to prove a point. I've got 10 grand that I'm prepared to go and bet with somebody. They better have 10 grand as well with them as well. I will walk through the streets and I will fly anywhere in the country. This isn't an ego thing. I'm saying this because I'm desperate for newbies to understand, and people who struggle to understand that when they watch a video, it's not necessarily the truth. The reason I'm saying about 10 grand is that I'm prepared to put 10 grand down, walk down the street, just point at somebody and just go out and literally just say, hypnotize that person. Not allowed to say anything to them because you can't do it. You have to have a preamble, a pre-talk. So let's just go through the EDIP, right? Explain, demonstrate, imitate, perform. Explain. You need to explain your version of hypnosis. You need to explain what you're doing. You need to explain what you're up to. Like I said, you could be talking about, like me, when I'm on the streets of Las Vegas and I've been working down Fremont Street before. This whole process could take less than 90 seconds to talk to somebody. But the point is I'm giving you a framework to do it. Or if you're in a clinical environment, what you can do is just take your time. You don't need to do it fast. The point is you're building up and building up and building up a story. That's all you're doing. So explain. Let me explain to you my version of hypnosis, right? Now, for all you people out there that are really interested in the science, the engineering, and all the other stuff that comes with hypnosis, and you're like that, oh yes, but you're scientifically wrong. My clients do not give a shit. Your clients do not care about what protein causes what synapses. Let me just tell you that now, right? They don't give a shit about the protein that causes a synapses. They don't, right? So what you've got to get around your head is you're building up a story that's going to tell them that something's not going to happen. Whenever your car breaks down, you never, ever, ever go to the mechanic. At what point was the piston? What point of the Ottawa cycle was the piston? For those people who know what the Ottawa cycle is, it's suck, squeeze, bang, blow, by the way. You never do that. Nobody ever goes into the garage and asks them what point the cycle was in the engine. So why would they do that in there, in your office? They don't. When your car breaks down, you throw the mechanic the keys and says, that's screwed, that's fucked. Can you fix that for me? Same principle with your clients. They just need to know. They just want to know that you're the right person. They want to know that you know what you're on about. So a brief, simple explanation will build the confidence in you, in them, in you, right? So this, I'm not going to give you, and most of the people that are my students will have had enough of this one, but the point being is my explanation as part of the EDIT process is explain. First things first is that the brain is divided into two parts. It's divided into a left brain and a right brain. The left brain deals with your logic, your right brain deals with your emotion. If there's conflict between the emotion and the intellect, the emotion will always win. By the way, what I'm doing with you now with my hands, right, is part of the build-up, part of the theatre. Because not all your suggestions is a top tip. Not all your suggestions are verbal. Some of them are physical. So by me going left brain, right brain, and if there's conflict between the logical brain and the emotional brain, the logical brain will always win. The logical brain will always win. Sorry, the emotional brain. Stop, rewind. The emotional brain will always win. The emotional brain will always win. If there's conflict between the logic and the emotional brain will always win. Comes down to the old story with Dave Ellman with the lemons. For those people who have never seen this one before, put your hands out in front of you like so. Everyone in here now, close your eyes. Put your hand in front of you. Just imagine, only imagine now, you just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Just imagine I've got the dirtiest, most disgusting diaper, nappy in the world, and I'm bringing it close to your face. Just imagine me pushing a big, dirty diaper nappy up against the screen and hear it hitting the screen. Just imagine it being between your fingers and just open your eyes. I would strongly suggest that 90% of you, and I'm interested in the comments, are going what the fuck? Jeez. The point being is, it's the same as with spiders. If I do this, if anyone's got a fear of spiders, right? If I just do this, fear of spiders, if I just do this, right? Just walk it across and just bring that spider up to the screen just like this. Just bring that like that. There isn't a spider, but I'm watching some of the faces doing this. If there's conflict between the emotion and the intellect, the emotion will always win. For those who know who said it, Emil Coué once said, every day and every day we're getting better and better. And the other thing as well, there's conflict between Emil Coué, for those who don't know. For those who don't know who he is, go have a look at him. But on this many years ago, 17th century, was it, or 18th century? But anyway, the long story short is that piece of information is really vital to us because it proves that our emotional brain will always fire off and kick logic out of the way. You all know that there wasn't a dirty nappy diaper. You all know that there wasn't a spider. But now when you look at what post-trauma is, it's lots of dirty little nappies, lots of dirty little spiders. It's all they are. As somebody who went through post-trauma before it became like this whole global new thing, and I was going through it, when you have your imagination kicks in, that's what post-trauma is, just overloaded. So let me just come back on track because it makes sense then. If there's conflict between the emotion and the intellect, the emotion will always win. Just imagine that your subconscious, unconscious monkey brain, whatever you want to call it this week, your powerful subconscious, your brain is a pressure cooker. At the bottom of your pressure cooker, you've got fight, flight, freeze, right? Fight, we verbally or physically fight things. Flight, we run away. Freeze, we curl into a ball. Don't worry about form. But the thing is we've got fight, flight, freeze. Keep it simple, stupid for your clients. Fight, flight, freeze. Fight, we physically or verbally fight people. Flight, we run away, or freeze, we curl into a ball. We could go into form, but we can add in stuff that we don't really necessarily need to do for our clients. So we've got the fight, flight, freeze. That sits at the bottom of the pressure cooker. Brilliant. Keeps us alive, keeps us active. Brilliant job. But life's not that nice to us. And it fills up. This pressure cooker fills until it gets to the top. And how many of you, and I'm interested right now, right? How many of you, right? How many of you have ever sat there before and gone, if that person does one more fucking thing, I'm going to blow a fucking gasket. Every single one of you. Because your pressure cooker's just filled and filled and filled and filled and filled and filled and filled. Bearing in mind, this is my pre-talk that I'm giving to you. This is the explain. And I'm going to break it down again in a minute. I'm going to shorten it down so you see the whole part. But the idea is you're showing people that their pressure cooker's built. My job as a hypnotist, hypnotherapist, because I can call myself a hypnotherapist in England, by the way, and I'm fully aware in certain states in America you can't, right? Unless you're a doctor, physician, or reverend, right? So the thing is that you've got your pressure cooker. My job is to merely get you to grab that valve and pull it up and let the pressure out. Watch what I'm doing with my hands. With the whole explanation that I'm doing now, let the pressure down and let all that pressure out. I told you a moment ago, not all these suggestions are verbal. A lot of them are physical, visual. Remember that. You're in theatre. This is all theatre. The reason that some of you don't get great results and the reason that you're sitting there and some things aren't happening is because you're acting like you're just going, and as you just go down the windy staircases, I don't fucking want to be here. And that's one of the key things that you see with a lot of people. They bore their clients. There's no energy. There's no drive. There's no push. I'm not sitting there saying that you need to do some type of tambourine thing. What I am saying is that you need to be able to keep your client entertained, educate them on where we're going, and then do it like that. Now, that pre-talk there, what I've just done there, is the same thing that I would do in my clinical environment. And so I'm going to do it without the explanation. So your brain's got two parts, left brain and a right brain. Your right brain deals with all your emotions. Your left brain deals with your logic. If there's conflict between emotion and the intellect, your emotion will always win, right? Put your hand out in front of you, close your eyes. Just imagine I've just put a dirty diaper in your hand, or just imagine I've just put something disgusting in your hand. Bring it up to your nose, all the way up. Wait for the reaction and then do that. Your brain, your body is like a pressure cooker. At the bottom is fight, flight, freeze. We verbally or physically fight people. We flight, we run away, or freeze, curl into a ball. Your clients will get that because they understand what they're doing. That's good. Then life hits us with death, bereavements, all of the other things in life, marriages, blah, 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 partners, this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden we get to the top of the pressure cooker. My job with you today is to grab hold of the valve, pull it up, release the pressure to bring that pressure cooker down. That's all we're doing. So that's part of my explanation. The explanation is my version of hypnosis. That's all it is. Am I right scientifically? Probably not. Does my client give a shit? No. So and that's the only thing that we're doing. Like I said to you, my clients are not interested in what protein causes what synapses. You, as a therapist, you may want to know that as part of your diagnostic tools, or to maybe sound really smart in a Facebook group. But to me, I couldn't give a shit, and nor do my clients. I really don't. I don't care. I just want to see results in my clients. That's all I want. So there we go. There's the explain. We've built up a bit of a picture of who we are, what we're doing, and why we're here today, and how it's going to happen. You are now tasked, right, to build your own explanation. You can steal mine. I couldn't give a shit. I don't care. I'm not that precious. Because people won't, if you do that, you'll do it differently to me. And people buy people. They're not interested in what your little certificates are on your wall. And lovely, you've all got lovely little certificates, beautiful. I'm really pleased for you. But on the same token, they're not interested in them. They want results. That's what you've got to do. All right. Am I making sense? Let me know in the comments, by the way. There we go. So just let me know as we're going along. Cool. Keep it going in. Yes, let's go for it. Okay. So we've done the explain. I want you to think about your explain. Right? Demonstrate. Okay. what I'm going to do now is what I'm going to do now. David, can you call me later? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk about the demonstrate. I'm going to talk about the demonstrate. So I've done E, now D, demonstrate. In a moment, right? In a moment, I want you to remember that word. In a moment, I'm building up belief and expectation. Expectation. In a moment, you're going to do something. I'm going to show you it, and then you're going to do it. Yeah, in a moment, you're going to do this. In a moment, you're going to do that. In a moment, you're going to do this. In a moment, you're going to bring your forefingers out. In a moment, you're going to separate your fingers, and then you're going to stare at the tops of your fingers. And in a moment, your fingers are going to come together. As they come together, the hypnosis will pull your fingertips together. And as those fingertips come together, that hypnosis will travel down your arms, into the back of your neck, over the top of your head, and trickle down your foreheads and hit your eyes. That's demonstrate. Imitate. Your turn. Ready? Hands together, everyone. Clamp your hands together like so. Hands up like so. Four fingers out like so. Separate your fingers. Stare at the tips of your fingers. And in a moment, you're going to see your fingers move. Good, 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 good. There you go, they move. Now, 3, 2, 1, just open your eyes. Before I spark too many people out, before I have 80 plus 78 people go out. No, I don't need that right now. But the point being is explain. I demonstrated, I showed you what I want you to do, right? Then I got you to imitate what I was doing. Watch the fingers come together. Now, the important thing is that when we're doing this, it's all about the expectation. That's all you're building into it, whether it be the stiff arm induction, whether it be the eye catalepsy induction, whether it be the famous Elman catalyst induction with smoking a cigarette. If you don't know what I'm on about there, the catalyst induction when he was smoking a cigarette, which I'll explain at the very end of this, how he hypnotized people by Dave Elman, for those people who know who he is, smoking a cigarette and knocking people out with hypnosis. Knocking people out's the wrong word, really, isn't it? But anyway, but my point being is that he was able to do that because he explained it, he demonstrated it, he imitated it, and then he performed the induction. Now, I don't dispute that when you're doing the imitate, you may see people doing this. Their fingers are coming together, and as they do that, what will happen is they'll go straight away. There's a little point to go into the performance part because you've got them on imitate. You've already got hypnosis. There's no point dancing around on this. If you've got hypnosis, you've got it. But the explanation, the demonstration, me teaching them, getting them to copy me, is building up this whole theatre, this whole thing of what's going to happen next. And that's exactly where you want to be. Because on perform, you should already have hypnosis. You should already have hypnosis by the point you get to perform. By the time you get to perform, your client should be looking at you with that glazed donutty look of, that whole, I think we're ready, and they will. Believe you me, if you follow this pattern. Because if you explain it properly, demonstrate it, imitate it. One of the key things I want to get across here, in a moment, I want your fingers to come together. In a moment, that hypnosis is going to travel through your fingertips, down your arms, into the back of your neck, over the top of your head. And in a moment, your eyelids are going to blink now. How many people are now looking at their eyelids now going, shit, my eyelids are blinking now. There's a lot of people blinking their eyes. And they're like that. Now, here's one key thing there. Because in a moment, and then now. With the pause. You'll notice that when I did that, I did it with a pause because I don't want to go in a moment now. So it's in a moment, your eyelids are going to start to feel that blink. That's it. Now. It gives that authoritarian element of, shit, this is really happening. I want you to test that out with your next client. I want you to test that out and see how you're getting on. Because if you explain it, you demonstrate it, imitate it, then perform it with your client, it will work. Now, here goes, because I just need to check something. Right. So I do this. Host. No. Spotlight for everyone. Right. So what I want you to do in a moment is in a moment is I'm going to ask somebody to do that. What are your thoughts on self-hypnosis? All hypnosis is self-hypnosis. You've got good. There's a question, by the way, by Satnam. Is self-hypnosis can be good or bad? It goes back to Emil Coué again. Let's look at Emil Coué. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. It was a self-hypnosis. His book was called Self-Hypnosis. If you tell yourself something good, you'll become good. If you tell yourself something bad, then guess what happens? It's very simple. If you tell yourself shit things happen. If you tell it is, let me just do this now. If you tell people, I believe that is the, I've just written the pronounce, I've just written Emil Coué's name in there for you, and you can buy his self-hypnosis books. But the point B is that if you tell yourself something good, you'll become it. That we all know there are politicians out there that tell themselves they're great, and there's other people who tell themselves they're shit. And that you watch what happens. You watch what happens with your clients. If you can stop that plug hole. So the way that you look at depression, the way I always looked at depression, is like a sink. The point being is the way your job is to show them where the plug is. Because if they are spiraling, your job is to stop it. Yes, it is, and it is, and what your job is to put the plug back in. Because what happens with people in depression, they don't start off fast, they start off slow. They start getting speeding up and 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 tell themselves shit, even more things, more and more shit things faster than you can tell yourself. And that's what your job is. Your job is to stop them and get them to realize for one moment, you do realize that you're telling yourself shit things, don't you? And you're being terrible to yourself. You need to stop it right now. You need to get them to understand to put the plug in. As soon as they put the plug in, we're not talking about it's going to stop it straight away, but what you are doing is getting them to slow it down and to understand that they're in control of the plug. That's all they ever do. Use that metaphor. Honestly, when you see people just doing that, just show them where the plug is. Like if you just put that plug in and just stop for a moment, calling yourself a fat bastard, or I'm shit, or I'm stupid, or I'm ugly, or whatever it is, if you can get them to just go like that and just go, no, and get them to start thinking, especially in your anchoring as well. That's another story for another day, but anchoring, if you can anchor good things in, it's really powerful to do it. That's really good. Because all you're doing is helping to put the plug back in. That's exactly what your job is. Because don't forget, we can overcomplicate this as much as you really want to. But our only job is to change perceptions. To make really shitty nappies, instead of looking at a shitty nappy or a diaper and going, is going, That is a very simplistic way of looking at what we do. If you try to overcomplicate it, you're going mad, because that's what we do. When anyone looks at a serious scenario, I was run over twice in one session. He reversed over me, drove over me, broke my legs, broke my back, broke my arms, fractured my skull, did loads of damage to me. In the first few weeks of me being injured, it was, I can't look at cars. I can't listen to car engines. Then when I had my hypnosis, it was a case of, all you do is change perceptions in people. You're just changing the perceptual values. Anyone got any questions? Because I've been sitting here running on. I don't even know how long I've been going for. Oh my God, I've been going for 40 minutes, Smith. Anyone got any questions so far? Let me just do this. But the point being is, folks, it's very much like that. And for those people who don't know, I'm just going to put somebody's just asked me just there for the online training offer. It's there. You're best off getting the cheap course, which is the 99 or the well-funded course of £99. But that's got everything in there. Every single thing that I do is on that course there. But the point being is folks, you need to just understand and simplify it. That whole approach of explain it, demonstrate it, imitate it, perform it. Give that real bold explanation. Give a good demonstration of your hypnosis induction. Get them to copy you, then perform it. Use the words in a moment and now, but use it with pause and now. I've always found that. Right. Let's answer this straight away. Lenka, okay. What's your thinking about hypnotizing babies and particularly newborns? No, there's no necessity to. There's no necessity to. No, none whatsoever. I don't hypnotize children or use hypnosis techniques on children under the age of 10, to be brutally honest. To be quite honest, I think that the youngest I've ever done a session with is 14. There are different methods. When you look at for babies that are cognitively not fully aware and cognizant of what's going on at the moment, you're best off just using psychosensory touch techniques, just getting the oxytocin flowing back into the body, just letting them doing that. Because look, let's come back to it. When you're in shock, what's the first thing that we do? We do that. It's one of the body's ways of saying I don't like this, and it's one of the oxytocin methods. Same as with psychosensory touch. And before anyone says it, no, it's not havening. This is way miles, over 100 years ago before bloody havening came out. I was talking about this the other day when somebody went, "That's havening." You're a bloody idiot, aren't you? No, havening's lovely. I love the Rudens. I love Stevie Travis. I love all of that. But I'm talking about way before. Psychosensory touch on children. Just doing that initial touch. Neurotransmitters in the fingers. Just doing that. That will ease a lot of stuff. That's a lot where I tend to use it quite a lot there. So I hope that answers the question. No, I wouldn't hypnotize babies. Satnam, how can you help other people today in overcoming their limiting beliefs and blocking their... I'll do a session at the very end. Do you think you can cure depression? Very good question. Well presented. I think depression is more I don't think it's necessarily just about techniques. It's a sociological thing. Look at what's happening with the person, about how they're being drawn away from society and how they're losing all of their friends, their family, and then becoming lonesome. Depression, relieving depression, dealing with depression is not necessarily about just throwing techniques at a person. It's about them changing their environment, who they hang around with, and what they do. That's part of the process. They have to understand that, all right? So, can we alleviate depressional thoughts? Absolutely. I do it on a daily basis. But is it just me throwing at it? No, I'm just a mere cog in a big thing that needs to happen. They need to start to re-engage. They need to start getting out there doing things. And that's part of the process. Your job is to educate people. Yes, you can throw different techniques at them, show them psychosensory touch, dual EFT and all that type of thing, or whatever you teach them, whatever you guys get up to nowadays. But it's not just about throwing techniques. It's about teaching them how to get back into society, how to re-engage. That's one of the best things there. All right. Does that answer your question? If I am answering the questions, I'll let you know at the end. What does the P stand for? Perform. Oh, thank you, everyone. Yeah. Explain it. Explain what you're going to do, your form of hypnosis, demonstrate it, imitate it, perform it. Like I said at the very beginning, it's taken me 30 minutes to explain it, but deep down, you could do this in 90 seconds. I do this on a street hypnosis. Hi, folks, I'm here today doing some street hypnosis. Would you like to be involved? Hypnosis is a pure state of focus, nothing more, nothing less. And hypnosis allows me to get to that central part of your subconscious to allow us to have some fun. Are you ready to do some hypnosis today? In a moment, I'm going to get you to do this and this, and this. Copy me, this. That's how quick it can be on the street. It can be done in 45 seconds. In a clinical environment, you could take 4 or 5 minutes. But the structure is there for you guys to go make your own. A lot of people don't have that structure. So they're like, their eyes didn't blink. It's because your pre-talk was out of sync. Your pre-talk, your whole explanation. And the other thing as well, people are not believing in you. They haven't got the belief and they haven't got the expectation. Let me tell you, when I first left the military and I joined the police, and a lot of people then found out I was a hypnotist, when I went back to regimental reunions, a lot of people were like that. Oh, you're doing that hypnosis shit, are you? Doing that hypnosis shit? Yeah. Give me all of that. You're doing that hypnosis shit, yeah. And then they're like, yeah, back up, go away. Don't want none of your hypnosis stuff. This will apply to all of you. If your mothers, your fathers, you've been living, you've been carers, whatever it is, what your normal day-to-day job is, and then all of a sudden you change tack and become a hypnotist, and you'll have people go, yeah, fuck off, yeah, whatever. My YouTube channel got them to do this. All of my students, all of my old military friends and some of my old policing friends, like, yeah, take that shit away. And when they saw me on YouTube, it went from take that shit away from get the fuck away from me. It went that quickly because people went from they didn't believe me, they didn't believe me to bang. And I'm telling you now, there's a lot of you out there who have got partners. I'm going to be honest with you now. There's a few of you out there with partners who are probably not helping your cause. They're not helping you with what you're doing because they do not believe in what you're doing, which then is that nagging thing in the background. Your job, and that was asked me a moment ago, is to do some videos to prove people wrong. The naysayers. You've got naysayers. You've all got it. I have it. My mother was my worst one. My mother was my worst one. That shit, that old shite. Yeah, that shit gets me around the world, mum. But on the same token, we all have people that are naysayers. And it's your job to prove them wrong. Your job is to go, no, I can do it, see? That's one of the key things. One of the biggest holdups I've ever found in therapists. Thanks for teaching induction. Do you believe in deepeners? No. Safe spaces? No, I don't do safe spaces either. It's right. So let me just go through this. Do I believe in deepeners? No. Deepeners are merely when I'm doing a session. I get people to go to a mystical place, a magical place, a powerful place. I'm not worried about depth. For those people who know Dan Candell and they know a load of, go to my YouTube channel. I've done pain-free tattoos, right? People having tattoos. For anyone who's ever had a tattoo done before, we all know it's a lovely experience. We enjoy it, and we all say, "Please, I can't wait for the next one." Yeah, like whatever. It's like childbirth, isn't it? But the thing is that it's very painful at the time. I do pain-free ones where I numb the arm, numb the forearms. And the key thing is that most of the people that I'm working with are eyes open. Most of the people that I work with dentistry, when we're in the dentist, their eyes are open. I just get them to rub the Icelandic cold water in the back of their mouth. Their eyes are open. There is no necessity for depth. I don't believe in depth. Do I believe that I'm a hypnotist and I work in the world of Willy Wonka? Absolutely. Do I believe that where I'm working is in the imagination? It's all Willy Wonka. Come inside, and you'll see there's a world up your imagination. It's what you are. It's exactly what you do. Your job's to activate the imagination. Your job is to open up the imagination, work inside there, change the perceptions, bring them back. That's all you do. Think about that later on. Think about that later on, right? Because then you'll understand it. You'll understand where I'm coming from. All we're doing is activating the imagination. Very easy. And then what we're going to do is go about it that way. So do I believe in depth? No. Do I believe in having to get people too deep that they can't even speak or hear? No. Most of the people I've ever done any work with are compass menders, can still speak and still talk to me. That's where we are, folks. And that's where we are. But that's exactly where we are with this. That people can still speak to me and there's no necessity. In my therapeutic environment, when I'm working with people in my room, most of them are stood up. And when I'm working online, and I'll demonstrate it in a moment, notice that in a moment, most of them are eyes open. 90% of my work, for those people that have been on my training courses, anything like that, most of my change work is done eyes open. The reason that I get them to go through this process is because trying to explain to them that I'm doing something with their eyes open and we haven't gone through some theatre, they wouldn't have the expectation. Your clients expect the theatre. I don't need it. Most of you that have been doing this for many years don't need to do hypnosis inductions either. I think it's pantomime. I really do. But we go through it, especially us the newbies, because it's part of the pantomime. It's part of the belief. It's part of the expectation. Your clients want that. But it's not a necessity. That'll blow a few coconuts up, won't it? It'll be like that. Oh, Milton Erickson used to do it. I get a bit stuck in the panic if I'm not getting the words out. Right. Let me just tell you something. Just going through this. Right. Time. People saying that they get tongue twisted and they don't know what to say next. Here's a key thing here, right? Before I came out tonight, I've been teaching this shit for years, right? But even still, I wrote down EDIP on there because sometimes we all have brain farts, don't we? I do not agree with scripts. For anyone who's ever been with me, I do not agree with them. I don't. If people were taught properly in the first place, my argument is if people were taught hypnosis properly in the first place by competent hypnotists who are teaching this, not failed hypnotherapists and hypnotists that think that earning it by teaching is far easier, because that's what we've got in this profession. Lots of failed hypnotherapists teaching bullshit because that was what they were taught. They can't do it themselves. If you taught people properly in the first place, right? If you taught people properly hypnosis in the first place and taught them how to do a session, then they would teach them one thing: silence is golden. There was no pause then in the internet connection. Silence is your best friend. James, the hush is a very, very powerful thing in a hypnosis session, allowing your client to do what it is. Pausing and just allowing your client to do what they need to do is vital. If you're talking, then you're talking too much. If you're talking so much, you're getting tongue tied. You're talking too much. Learn to just back off. For those people that have ever watched me, if you go to my YouTube channel, they're all free. Go watch the free videos. Well, I'm not suddenly shite. Go watch them. You'll sit there, and sometimes I'm sitting here while I've done my live sessions. I'm sitting here doing this. The client is Sparko like that, and I will do a demonstration for you to finish off tonight. You know, where did that go? I'll do a demonstration with you tonight to show you where that went, right, and how it goes. 77 words a minute. Cool. Yeah, go content free. I work content free. The only thing that I ever do is content free. In what instance would you use nested loops? I suppose that when you're using nested loops, I think that there's a time when you're trying to reinforce things with a client or a client who's not quite getting it, using that there. I think nested loops are a great idea in just reinforcement. I think that's where I tend to use them a lot. My pal started a hypnotherapy course and his nickname became 321. If you're from England, that means Dusty Bib. Anyway, that's a different story. A lot of emotional detox videos of what? Carl, I'm loving this. Oh, good. Thank you. Check out. Yeah, go to my YouTube channel and you'll find loads of videos on there working on trauma and pain free ones. Then you'll understand what content free is. All right. Some of them are behind the members area, but that's up to you. But on the same token, there's a lot of videos on there as well. All right. That are about content free. Right, who asked me a minute ago about limiting beliefs? Was it Santi? Don't know. Okay, who wants to watch a session? Who wants to watch me put it up, put my money where my mouth is? Yep. Lottie just said that this is golden. The art of hush is what James always says. The key thing about this is the key thing about this is what you've got to understand is that silence is golden. Now, as somebody who used to be a SWAT officer, as somebody who used to be a SWAT officer, firearms officer, those who know what the taser is, which is the little yellow bumblebee that police officers carry around for as a less lethal device to do things. And policing in the UK is completely different to America, by the way. But the key thing is that taser there was one thing there that they always used to say: that silence is golden. If you can't hear it, then it's working. And I've brought that from my previous life over to here. If you're quiet, the whole process is working. Just shut up, let the client do it. And I'm going to demonstrate something in a minute with somebody I've never ever hypnotized before, never met. I'm just going to check something. Right, let me say this out loud so the person who's coming on is fully aware and fully understands what's now going to happen. If you are schizophrenic, bipolar, personality disorders, you have narcolepsy, or you have any type of alcohol, drink, or drugs dependency, or you are have any psychosis or anything like that, drink or drug psychosis, do not participate. Do not put your paw up. There's your caveat. For those who don't know what contraindications were, there you go. There's a lesson on the YouTube channel. You can do that another day. Long story short is not everybody's fit to go for it. All right. Yeah, there you go, Laura. Who wants to get hypnotized? It was at Tony just then, wasn't it? Where are you, Tony? Ooh, hang a minute. There you go. Ooh, view. Satnam. You ready, Satnam? I haven't got a clue who you are. There we go. Ready? I think this is the right button. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Not too bad. Whereabouts are you in the world?
I am in Alberta, Canada.
Oh, that's an English
Yeah,
accent.
I'm from the UK. I've been here for over 20 years and I grew up in the UK. That's my home.
All right. Can you still see me?
I can see you.
Oh, happy days. I didn't know if you could see me. That was all.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see
If you could do me a favor, like this is a
you.
really important thing for you guys as well. If you can still see me, I can see 50% of your head and 50% of that lovely curtain wall, whatever it is behind you. Could you tilt your camera down so I can see the full face?
Oh,
Your, just
okay.
more of you. That's right. Now, it's really
That's
important.
better.
Yeah, that's better because it comes into play in a moment when we're doing Zoom. When I make
Okay.
like this, everything that I've taught you tonight, folks, you can use in virtual or you can do there. Okay. So here we go. Okay, hypnosis is a pure state of focus, nothing more, nothing less. Your brain is divided into two elements, a left brain and a right brain. Your left brain deals with your logic, your ABCs, your one, two, three. Your right brain deals with all your emotions. If there's conflict between the emotion and the intellect, the emotion will always win. By showing that, is put your hand out in front of you like that, son. That's it. Put your hand out, close your eyes. Just imagine, only imagine now, I'll put the biggest, hairiest spider on your hand right now. Just imagine that hairy spider creeping up your arm and coming up your arm up to the side of your face. And just imagine it just touching you on the cheek right now. Just it. There you go. Three, two, one. Just open your eyes. You didn't want that to happen, did you?
No,
No, there you go. No spider. There is no spider. All right. There is no spider. I don't wouldn't suggest you doing that. I would stick with either the dirty diapers or the lemon. I did that because I wanted to change where we were tonight, so I didn't give you I didn't want to just give you the what was going on. I wanted to give you something new. Okay, so your brain, your body, your brain are like a big pressure cooker. At the bottom, you've got a thing called fight, flight, freeze. Fight, we verbally or physically fight things. Flight, we run away. Freeze, we curl into a ball. Now, don't tell me what it is, but have you been experiencing the fighting, the running away, or curling into a ball, or experienced it during?
yes.
Yeah, that's all I need
Hmm.
to know, right? In a moment, we're going to go through a hypnosis induction. On that hypnosis induction, what's going to happen is that I'm going to do this. You're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. Separate your fingers. And then what's going to happen is your fingers are going to get pulled together by the hypnosis. They're going to get pulled together by the hypnosis, right?
Okay.
So copy me, hands together like so, hands together like that, hands up like that, four fingers out like so. That's it. Separate your fingers, stare at the tips of your fingers. Keep focus, keep focus, keep focus, keep focusing on the tips of your fingers. Keep focus, keep focus. Just see them fingers coming together now. That's it. Just allow that hypnosis. There you go. Three, two, one. Just allow them fingers just to come together. Now, just shake your hands off. Good, good, good. Now, for those people watching in the background, I've already got hypnosis started already. So I'm going to amplify it now. Are you ready to go into hypnosis?
Yes.
Good. Hands go like so. Hands up like that. Hands up like this. Four fingers out like so. Separate your fingers. Stare at the tips of your fingers. And watch the hypnosis magnets pull your fingers together now. And the hypnosis is going to travel down your fingertips, into your arms, into the back of your neck. And that hypnosis now is going to travel down your forehead. Just keep focused on your fingertips. Just keep focused on your fingertips and just allow that hypnosis to travel through your eyelids until eventually just start to lock down, glue down, stick down. Now, just imagine that hypnosis, your hypnosis, starting to happen right now. I want you to drift off now into a mystical place, a magical place, a powerful place right now. Just imagine, only imagine now what it feels like now to allow that hypnosis, your hypnosis now, just to go through your body now. Take you to a mystical place, a magical place, a powerful place right now. Just imagine that right now. Just imagine that hypnosis traveling through your body. And what I want you to do now, what I'd like you to do right now, is I want you to do now, Satnam, is to let go of any pressure or tension that's been building up on your shoulders now. Just imagine what it feels like now. There you go. Just let it go. Just imagine that pressure and tension being dragged out at the top of your head, pulled out at the top of your head. Just imagine like a big valve opening on the top of your head now. Just imagine all that pressure and tension just starting to alleviate now. Just imagine what it feels like right now. Just to let that hypnosis, just allow that pressure gauge, just to let it happen now. Just imagine, only imagine now what it feels like right now. Just to let that hypnosis go through your body like you've never done before. Just imagine, only imagine now, letting go of the pressure, the tension. Just imagining anybody else. Just let go of the negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions or sensations, any negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions or sensations you've held on to over the past few weeks, the past few months, the past few years, start to come through your belly, through your belly button, all the way through your chest, out the top of your head, and just imagine this big wave of pressure just coming out of your body now. Just imagine like all that negativity starting to flow out now. Just let it go. Now, whilst she's just doing that, I can talk to the rest of you, allowing her just to do what she needs to do, allowing that pressure, that tension, all to come up via her body, through and out the top of her head. The reason being is that a lot of you have been taught, sat down, just keep doing what you're doing, just to keep coming out of your body. One of the key things is that you guys seem to do this. I've got a client for anxiety next week. What technique should I use? Let me just give you a top tip. The issue is never the issue. The issue is never the issue. The presenting issue that a client gives you is very rarely the problem. It's very rarely the problem. So most of you are chasing shadows. You're all chasing shadows. You're chasing shadows, right? Trying to look for something that the client thinks it is, but it's actually its imagination's fired off the wrong way. That's one of the key things that you guys need to understand. And for anyone else who's gone into hypnosis, just let go now of any pressure or tension that's in your body. But the key thing is if you understand that the issue is never the issue, right? Then guess what? Unless it's a broken leg, right? Unless it's what we work in an we try to put tangible ideas and concepts around an untangible thing. There's this desire within our profession to stick tangible. It's a framework around it. You can't. What I've just told you there about the pressure cooker is identical to what's happened to Satnam now. Just Satnam, just let go of that pressure now. Just imagine the negativity just leaving your body now. I had never met her before and I don't know, but on the same token, just letting it happen. I'm talking to you. I'm letting her process the pressure, the tension. That's it is, who just asked me just then, it's called, what I'm teaching you tonight is part of what's called kinetic shift. Those kinetic shifters. It's called kinetic shift, and I've just put the link up in my thing there. It's the cheapest course I do and the most powerful one that you'll ever learn. Honestly, I don't care if you get it or not. But the idea is, if you want this, what I've taught you tonight, let go, Satnam. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go now. One of the key things that you need to learn, one of the key things you need to really learn is calibration. Calibrating with your client, understanding your client. One of the key things there. A lot of client people are so busy doing this. As you walk down a windy road and allow the windy road and let go, they're not doing it. They're not following. They're not following what's going on. They're not following what's going on. It's called kinetic shift, Martin. Oh, you sent me that as a private message. Sorry. Shit, sorry. But the idea is that this here, what you're doing now, is just that, just calibrating. When you're watching this, and I don't tell people what I'm saying because I don't want to understand. But if you see this and you see this, that's processing. I'm still talking to you guys. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking to you lot, but she's still working. That's not arrogance, it's not arrogance on my part, by the way. This is just experience, right? What I'm showing you. I can talk to you, but I can still watch what she's up to very, very clearly. All right. Something you need to do is about confidence. Same as doesn't really matter. A lot of you get caught up with, oh, to be fucking quiet. Shut the fuck up. Like that. Don't need it. You don't need it. You can do what you want. You can have noise in the background. It's confidence. That's what you need, folks. Right. Obviously, I wouldn't normally do that, but on the same token, just prove it. Hypnosis is an internal state, not an external state. Right? And she's going now. Just let go now, Satnam, of that pressure. Just let go of that negative thing you've been holding on to right now. Cheers, Tim. Honestly, right, it's not, I think it works out as about $100, right, for that course, right? Everyone knows me, and those people that are in here right now know me and have been following me for years. By the way, if you're not in my Facebook group, it's called Hypnotic Masterminds, right? Go jump in there, Hypnotic Masterminds. There's loads of stuff in there. But honestly, that course there, I've taught that around the world. And if you're lacking confidence, kinetic shift is the one that you want on that link that I've just posted in the comments just there. And Satnam, when you're ready, and only when you're ready, and you know you're ready, just open your eyes and feel absolutely brand new. Okay. Don't tell me what it was, but did you get any negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, or sensations?
Yes.
And how did it come out? Were they just like, was it a real? Was it like a volcano? I had somebody yesterday tell me it was like a spot, bursting the spot. I was like that. Like, what was it like?
It was just coming from the root cause.
Okay, so watch this. You know, a little while ago, this is what I'm on about. You know what I was saying about visual representations. Watch this. If I push my hand underneath your belly button, right? So those people that have never done hypnosis with your eyes open before, watch this. Push my hand underneath your belly button. I'm going to push all that pressure, all that tension, all that negativity, all the hurt, the pain, the guilt, the shame, all the way through your throat, out of the top of your head until it comes at any second now. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go now. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. My job really is once I've popped the valve, is to give encouragement and guidance. Nothing more, nothing less. And do you know the great thing about it is I still don't know what she's dealing with. And I guarantee you that some of the stuff that she's bringing up right now, if she saw it, you haven't seen for many, many years.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have even thought that was the shit that was holding you back, would you?
No.
There you go. Keep the calibration going, folks. Keep watch what's going on, and look at what's going on. I have never ever met her before. Never met. All right. Anyone who
I'm so lightheaded. Yeah.
Just imagine that valve opening one more time and just letting go of any more negativity. Watch my hand. Even though her eyes are shut, I still have this thing in my head, just doing this. I think that when you close the eyes, what you have is amplification of a state. hypnosis is amplified when the eyes are closed. You don't need your eyes closed. And as my mentor, Jonathan Chase, who I worked with for many years when I was a young pup, as he once told me, hypnosis isn't a state of eyelids. And you need to remember that. Hypnosis isn't a state of eyelids. And Jonathan Chase said that. God bless him. When you're ready, Satnam, when you know you're ready, just open your eyes and feel brand new. Still coming out?
Oh, yes.
Let it go then. Just let the fucker go. Let it fucking go. See, look at that there, right? Is that me inside? I was trying to stop the F bombs tonight, right? I thought, oh, I've got a new bunch of people. I won't swear, right? Please don't let me fucking hell. That stopped straight away, didn't it? Anyway, but the thing is that sometimes people want to be spoken to like a human. They want to be spoken to like, just fucking do the job. Just get on with it. And sometimes people want that. They just want the, can I really do this? Just get on with it. Just do it now. Every time I did that, look what's happened with her. Every time I said that then. Can you feel it every time I'm saying it? Just let the fucker go.
It's more shooting out, yeah.
Just let the fucker go. If you can open up that little valve there where you can have a little bit of a potty mouth, right? Guess what? Works 10 times better.
Oh, shifting.
Good. There you go. Just put the link back in the comment for those people who want it. It's Kinetic Shift. There's courses on there that are worth thousands of pounds. Don't worry about them. Do the $99 one. How'd you feel?
Powerful. This is amazing. Thank
Good.
you.
Now, if I was to say to you in a giggle, what color would that be first?
Giggle is a bright orange.
Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to put a big orange in my hand, right? I'm going to push it through the screen. Ready? Big orange.
Yeah.
That fucking orange color being pushed all the way through the screen, all the way through, all the way through, all the way through, all the way through until it explodes around your body now.
I've just been tangled.
Boom. Fucking hell, I ain't seen that. I ain't had that one for years. Anyone in England would get that one. As of a certain age. But
yeah. Thank you.
Feel all right? Good. Does it feel better?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Good, good, 100%. Good. Right. What I want you to do is have a great day, a great night. If you need anything, contact me via FaceAche. All right. But get me in the hypnosis group, Hypnotic Masterminds. It's the group, not the like page. Come in there. You can find me on FaceAche anyway if you haven't got me on FaceAche. All right.
Thank you. Thank you all the participants for holding space as well. And
no, well done you. You're the one who demonstrated. You're the one who did it. So well done you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good.
I feel honored.
And every time you see that color, every time you see the colors red, yellow, green, blue, pink, white, or black, that orange will just intensify, intensify, intensify. In fact, that outrageous inner giggle start now.
Thank you. Amazing. Amazing. I just love you all. Thank you so much, Karl. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Get hold of me on FaceAche later.
I will do that. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now. Bye-bye.
So yeah, oh, there we go there. Oh, you're back. There we go. So the key thing is that is about that brief what 15 minutes there, I think it was, of just literally going in, brief explanation, an explanation, demonstration, imitate, perform, quick content-free hypnosis session where we literally just open it up, let the pressure out, and then go. Now, can you see when I was doing my pre-talk, right? My pre-talk married up with, I want you to imagine a big valve opening up because I'd already done the suggestion in the explanation. When I said to her in that session, now imagine a big valve opening up, it was a suggestion at the very beginning. Can you see how it all now ties in? That suggestion was given at the very, very, very beginning. And that was the key part there, is that just imagine, like them, when I did this, and anyone who's watching it, especially sat down there, if I did this, I'll push my hand underneath her belly, push all the pressure and tension all the way out. And it just refills up now with that goodness, that powerful part now. Hypnosis is very, it can be easy. And I've done this tens of thousands of times, And I do make it look easy. And it's not about ego, it's not about arrogance or anything like that. I want to show you something different instead of just going, and as you go down the windy road, fucking bore the shit out of me. Honestly, I couldn't do that. I couldn't ever be a hypnotist like that. Anyone got any questions on what we've just done there? Anyone don't believe it? I'm open to it. I don't sit there and get pissy about it. I genuinely don't. If you think I've never met her before. Don't forget, like I said, if yeah, this will be on my YouTube channel. And like I said, look, if you do go to that link and buy Kinetic Shift, it's only $99. It's about 2 hours worth of course, but then you get the support group afterwards as well. So you get me in a face ache group, all right? You get me in face. I'll call Facebook, by the way. Somebody said to me, why do you keep calling it face ache? Because it is a fucking ache. It's an ache. Facebook is an ache. So I call it face ache. How do you adapt the ED to sort out phobias and other issues? Once you've relieved the pressure cooker with the emotional detox, you tend to find the phobia's gone. The phobia is a wave. It's not actually the problem. So if you reduce the pressure cooker, it 9 times out of 10 knocks the phobia on its head. 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. I was trying to. The issue's never the issue. If you play that in the back of your head when you're working with people, the issue's never the issue. Unless they turn up with a broken fucking leg. Somebody said that the other day, what happens if they turn up with a broken leg? Well, they don't need me then, do they? So the key thing is that we look at it that way, right? The issue's never the issue. When they tell me I've got a fear of heights, it's got fuck all to do with heights. They tell me I've got a fear of spiders, got fuck all to do with spiders. Tell me it's post-trauma, I don't listen to it. All I think that post-trauma is, and somebody who went through it, and I teach it in police forces, ambulance, EMS, I teach all over the world. I firmly believe that pressure cooker is lots of little dirty nappies, in my opinion, because I've been blown up, shot at, spat on, pissed on more time. If I was a kitty cat, I'd be dead. Genuinely, I'd be fucking dead if I was a cat, because I've done Iraq, I've done Kosovo, I've done Afghanistan, I've done Northern Ireland, I've done all of them. I've seen everything. When people say to me about, oh, it's a root cause, you try and find out which one of those is a root cause of all of the shit that I've ever been through in my life. I don't think it is. I don't believe it. I don't believe sometimes about this root cause theory. I think it's a lot of issues compressed. And if we can reduce the pressure cooker, if you think that your client leaves and they are 100%, you are drunk on your own success. We are only preparing people for the next wave of shit. That's all you're doing. All you're doing is preparing your people for the next wave, because life's always going to hit us with things, isn't it? Let's be brutally honest, we're adults. What we're doing is reducing the pressure cooker enough that the next wave of shit, when it comes in, they've got a little bit of breathing space at the top. That's all you're doing. My train of thought may not fit along with the psychology, the science, but I'm coming from a background of 24 years of being shot at, blown at, and spat on and pissed on, and doing this for 16 years. Do you know what I mean? I was doing this when I was in the police, by the way. But the idea is that I'm coming from not somebody who's read a book, but somebody who went through the process. All right. So Michelle's just asked, can this be used to help us stop smoking and vaping? Yes, because smoking's not the problem. Smoking is not the problem. It's a social habit, in a love, in a joy, in a happiness. When we look at it, why do people start smoking? Because they're in a clan, they're in a group. Nobody starts smoking on their, nobody intentionally goes out and starts smoking on their own. They go out to be with groups. When we go back to the days when we could in England smoke in a pub, you used to go out the back and smoke with loads of people and your friends. It was a sociological thing. So if you look at it from there, it's that first. Get rid of all the pressure, the tension. Why do people smoke? Oh, feel fucking stressed. Get rid of the stress, get rid of the anxiety. No necessity for a cigarette. Then if you want to, at the end of a stop smoking session, turn a cigarette into the flavor of dog shit, burnt tar, burnt paper. But that's what I tend to do. There's many YouTube on my YouTube channel. There's many stop smoking. There's one that's in 6 minutes. I was teaching a lesson and somebody came up and said, I want to stop smoking, and I did it in 6 minutes. There's loads of them on there. They're all there. But yeah, I never ever, when somebody presents an issue, I never ever work to that. I work with the emotional detox first, clear that out, check on the fear, phobia, or the problem, then hit target that straight after. Does that make sense? I never target straight away on the one thing. I target the pressure cooker first, bring that down, deal with all the shit like that session just there. There was things coming out that she hadn't seen for many years. The pressure cooker went dink, 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 leaves a big vacuum at the top, allowing the person just to react, do things better. And if you look at it, when we're working as well, when we are working, when you look at it from the point of when you see people making bad decisions, they continuously keep making bad decisions, don't they? And then they go down the plug hole. Your job's to stop that. Your job is to stop the plug hole, and then what you do then is then you start to build them up, and that's your job. That's what you're doing. Have you enjoyed this evening? That went on longer than I thought. Have you enjoyed it? Have I given you pause for thought? Have I given you ideas? Like I said, folks, that if you want to learn the more in-depth version of that, then have a look at my kinetic shift course. Don't forget to join me in my group, my Facebook group, Hypnotic Masterminds. Go join me there. Just come into the group. The like page is there, but go join the Hypnotic Masterminds group. Have a look at that. Join us in there. Post questions in there. This video will be up later. And then Lottie, give me a text later. And then what we'll do then is we'll go from there. But on the same token, folks, if you've never met me before, I hope I've entertained you. I hope I've given you something, a different perspective. If you did like it, my name's Karl Smith. If you didn't, then it's Mike Mandel. No, I'm joking. I love Mike. Me and Mike are very good friends. Me and Michel Mandela are very good friends, by the way. But no, my job is to sit there. Me, Mike, and like I said, Melissa Tears and Dave Snyder, and Rick Collingwood down in Australia who teaches mesmerism. Our job's not to sit there. We're very good friends. We do the same thing. We just do it with different perspectives. Nobody's better. Nobody's better than this. You've all got better skills than me. I've got failings in what I do in this. I'm just honest about it. All right. So I hope you enjoyed it. 2 weeks time, we'll be doing something different. We're playing along. But like I said, if you want to join us, have a look at the kinetic shift course. Go get that while it's on offer, and then do that. But I've had a blast tonight. I hope you have. If you need anything, give us a shout out on FaceAche and we'll go from there. All right, my friends? But apart from that, I'm going to love you and leave you. And as I always finish, don't forget, my friends, go out there, go practice. And when you finish practicing, go practice some more. Be safe out there in this crazy ass world, my friends. Catch up with you on FaceAche. Bye-bye.